Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a great weekend. I know I have. So if you are watching me live, go ahead, drop a comment below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how you are feeling today. Are you feeling energized, or maybe you're feeling sleepy, or maybe you're dreading the week ahead? Whatever you're feeling, just let me know. Let me know in the comments. And oh, great. It's so exciting to see you guys here watching today. Today, I'm going to talk about, are you getting enough vitamin D? And vitamin D is an extremely important vitamin that your body uses for several systems. It's also essential to help your body absorb calcium. And vitamin D deficiency is very, very, very common. It's estimated that about 1 billion people, billion with a B, worldwide have low levels of vitamin D in their blood. And, you know, it makes sense, especially if you live in a northern climate, such as myself. So it's really critical that we get enough vitamin D in our diet. And it's also really important for immune support, right? So are you getting enough vitamin D? How do you know if you need more vitamin D in your diet, and how can you do it? So vitamin D is actually different than many other vitamins that your body needs. It functions like a hormone, and every single cell in your body has receptors for it. And most people don't realize that they're deficient because the symptoms are usually really subtle. So some of the common risk factors for a vitamin D deficiency are being overweight or obese, not eating much fish or dairy products, limited sun exposure by either living far away from the equator where there's little sun year round, or by staying indoors all the time. Also by using sunscreen when you're outside. So, you know, that's like a which one's more important, because if you're wearing sunscreen, you're not actually getting the vitamin D because it's blocking it. But you're also blocking the harmful rays. So it's one of those, you know, which one's better. And also another risk factor is eating a strict vegan diet, since most dietary vitamin D comes from fish oil, egg yolks, and milk. So those of you with a vitamin D deficiency, it's even more critical that you supplement for vitamin D. If you're not getting enough vitamin D, it can lead to serious health complications, such as cardiovascular disease, severe asthma in children, high blood pressure, and cognitive impairment in older adults. So, especially with a brain injury, vitamin D is really important to help with cognitive health as well as everything else. So now that you know some of the causes of vitamin D deficiency, what are some of the symptoms, right? So feeling tired, you know, of course, there can be many reasons for fatigue, but vitamin D deficiency is often an overlooked cause. Lower back and bone pain. According to Healthline, one study showed that people with vitamin D deficiency were nearly twice as likely to experience bone pain in their legs, ribs, or joints compared to those with blood levels in the normal range. Number 3, hair loss. Again, like other symptoms, you know, hair loss can be caused by other things. And one of the main reasons for hair loss is actually stress. But there have been a lot of studies showing a link between low vitamin D and hair loss. Number 4, slow wound healing. Inadequate vitamin D levels may lead to poor wound healing following surgery, injury, or infection. And number 5, depression. There have been many studies done that showed increasing vitamin D levels helped to improve mood. As always, you know, the only way to truly know if you have a vitamin D deficiency is to see your healthcare provider and have lab testing done. But if you do have a vitamin D deficiency, there are some ways you can naturally increase your vitamin D. And I'm just gonna suggest that you all probably have a vitamin D deficiency. It might not be a major deficiency, but we probably all need more vitamin D than we're getting. So one way to increase it would be to eat wild caught salmon. 3.5 ounces of wild caught salmon has 125% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin D, and it's full of healthy fats and proteins. Number 2, mushrooms. Mushrooms are actually the only good plant source of vitamin D. And I don't know, I love mushrooms. I love sauteed mushrooms. I also know a lot of people don't like mushrooms at all, but mushrooms are a really great source of vitamin D. Number 3, egg yolk. Vitamin D levels in egg yolk depend on sun exposure and the vitamin D content of chicken feed. So eggs from chickens that are given a vitamin D enriched feed may have up to 7 times the recommended daily intake. 4, canned tuna. So of course, you do have to watch how much canned tuna you eat to make sure you're not getting too much mercury. But in appropriate amounts, tuna is a great source of niacin, vitamin K, and vitamin D. And 5, unfortunately, natural sources of vitamin D are quite limited, especially if you're a vegetarian or don't like fish, and even more so if you're vegan. So it's important you take a high quality supplement of at least 5,000 to 10,000 IUs daily. And you cannot get too much vitamin D. This is one supplement that you will want to take every day for life. Like, just make this a part of your routine. And one thing I actually recently learned is, if you don't want to take it every single day, you can take it once a week. So if you're taking 10,000 IUs a day, you could take 70,000 IUs once a week, and it has the same effect. So I thought that was really fascinating. I just learned that. But fortunately, my vitamin D is actually a quite small little supplement, so I don't mind throwing that one in every day. I already take a handful, so what's one more? So anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope you understand how important vitamin D is. And again, some of those signs can be feeling tired, low back and bone pain, hair loss, slow wound healing, and depression. And some of the ways to help increase your vitamin D: wild caught salmon, mushrooms, egg yolk, canned tuna, and supplements. So do you think you're getting enough vitamin D? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've ever been told you have a deficiency. I know I have. I know prior to taking my supplements, I used to always be told I had low vitamin D. And now I've been great ever since I've started taking my daily. I take a 5,000. But let me know in the comments, do you think you're getting enough? If not, how are you going to start adding more to your diet? What are you going to do from what I talked about today? Let me know in the comments. And also be sure to check out my New Year's Day workshop coming up on January 1st. I'm so excited. This is going to be a day of self-care, and you're going to leave feeling nourished and recharged and regenerated. I'm going to give you the tools you need to practice self-care whenever you need it. So just recently, somebody brought up the spoon theory, and what do you do when your spoons run out? And the answer is nothing. I mean, when your spoons run out for the day, if they run out at 1 p.m, there's nothing you can do unless you allow yourself the time to rest and rejuvenate. It's that simple. Once your spoons are gone for the day, you have to rejuvenate them. And your body, if you don't stop and take the time you need to rejuvenate, your body's going to do it for you. Your body's going to say, nope, you're done. And rejuvenation can mean different things for different people. Some people might need a nap. Some people could just sit quietly for 20 minutes. Some people could do some simple stretching and breath work or meditation, and as you begin to become more attuned with your body, you can start to feel the ebb and the flow, because your body does send you signals. It tells you when it's getting low on spoons, right? And so your body is telling you, and so it's learning to pay attention to those subtle signs and what can you pull out of your toolkit to charge up your spoon supply a little bit to get you through the day. So click the link in the video and check out. I do have a pay what you choose option now. So I know that many of you weren't able to afford the full price of the course. So I wanted to give you some options to make it a little bit easier on you. If you're able to pay the full price, that's wonderful. And I also have a level if you want to help pay it forward and help somebody else as well. So there's a level above the $97. It's $147, and that pays for you to come to the workshop, and it helps offset the costs for those that aren't able to pay the full price. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see so many of you on New Year's Day, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback on these videos. I'm so happy to hear that you guys are enjoying them and getting some great information out of them. So leave me a comment below. Let me know, what you're going to do to get more vitamin D into your day. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.